Hello everyone, welcome back to At Home with Rhonda today. Just walking around doing my normal walk around today. It's actually pretty hot out here today, but have some things on my mind. I thought I would chat with you for a few minutes. Just been kind of knee deep in a project that I started about 4 months ago, and I finally finished it today. So needless to say, I am so thrilled that I can be able to say that. It's just been, I don't know if you have times like that where you start something and you're all gung-ho and you're excited about your project and you get half of it done and something happens, that kind of distracts you and you end up doing something else, and before you know it, you've kind of put that project to the side. And then it's just weighing on your mind. You're like, okay, I need to pick that back up. I need to get it done. But anyway, long story short, like I said, it's been about a couple of months ago that I started this project to make some curtains for my master bedroom. And we've worked on just about every other room in the whole house. And though my bedroom has not looked terrible, it's definitely needed some TLC, some tender loving care. And so the previous owners, they had, a whole different color scheme than I did. They had these cornices up there, and so they've just been kind of hanging out there. And I've decided, I want to kind of use what we have, but maybe update it, maybe make it look better than what it is now. And so I don't want to talk to you about the whole project. What I want to talk to you today about, sometimes feeling like you're going to fail. Sometimes when you start something and you start seeing it come together and you're like, this is not at all looking like what I anticipated. And that's what happened with me with these curtains. I got started with it. I had this wonderful idea, and I came across a video of how to make what's called, I don't know if it's called jabot or jabot curtains. When I show you a picture of it in just a bit, you'll know what I'm talking about. But as soon as I saw this video, and I thought, yes, that will go really, really well with my cornices. I can kind of incorporate that. And of course, before I knew it, I was knee deep in the project and watched this guy's video. He had like a step-by-step video. He actually makes jabots for people professionally. I don't know where he's located, but anyway, I watched it over and over again, and I thought, I can do this. So yeah, I just kind of got started on it, and as I finished the first window, we've only got 2 windows in our room, thank the Lord. Oh my gosh, if I had like 4 windows, I probably would have given up on it. But anyway, I got started with it, got the first window started, and stood back to look at it, and I just wasn't thrilled. It just didn't look like it was coming together the way that I thought it was. And so what happened is we had another project that we had going on, Dwight and I both. So I kind of put the curtains to the side, and all the while we had, sorry about that, we had one curtain in there. So it just, I kept looking at it thinking, what am I going to do? So while I was working on this project, I sat down and I wrote down all of my measurements. And if you know anything about me, you know that I'm not good at math. When it comes to math and trying to figure out numbers and calculations, that is not my forte, and that's usually where I have to call my husband and say, hey, I need some help. Can you help me with this math problem? And so anyway, in the back of my mind, I kept thinking I really need to pick this back up, but I was kind of stressed about it because I wasn't happy with the curtains. And I had already spent about $100. I had ordered some just curtain panels that I was going to use as material. It was cheaper that way. But I'd already spent $100, and I'm feeling guilty because I'm thinking, gosh, am I going to have to trash this project? Am I really going to have to trash it because it's just not looking professional? And so because of that, because in the back of my mind, I was just nervous about it, I just kept procrastinating. And I think I've told you that before on another video, is I do have a problem with that, and I have to work on that. Is I just, I'm a hard worker bee, but sometimes I'll procrastinate and I'll just put it off until tomorrow, and that's not a good thing to do. And so anyway, finally, we've got a couple things going on where I really needed to finish the curtains, because up in my sewing room I've got material. There's just kind of cluttered with stuff that I needed to make these curtains with. I had 2 cornices up there I needed to cover that were on the floor, and so finally about 2 days ago I decided, no matter what, I'm going to try to finish these curtains and see what I can do. And again, I'm praying about it because I'm like, Lord, I really feel guilty. I've spent about $100. I really don't want to have to trash this project and end up having to go buy curtains, because that's not using our money wisely. So I prayed about it, and I was like, Lord, just help me. Lord, help me to, in my mind, see the vision, see the visual of what I need to do to fix these curtains. And you may say, wow, you're really going deep about all of this stuff in curtains. It's not just about curtains, because you and I face these kinds of things all the time. If it's curtains today, it's going to be something tomorrow, okay? It's, what to do with some kind of problem that, it's in the back of your mind, something that's bothering you. And walking outside, I feel like something's crawling on my leg, I'm sorry. So anyway, that's why I want to talk to you about that, because in life, that's the kind of stuff that's going to happen, right? You're going to be faced with decisions. Do you trash it before you've really given it a chance? Do you just trash the project and say, well, let's start all over? Sometimes what's required is some determination. Sometimes what's required is to take a step back and say, okay, Lord, I need help with this. Sometimes you need to, you just need to call on the Lord and say, I need some, like a visual. I need some inspiration. I hate to buy more product, more curtains to fix the problem. So Lord, just help me. And if you're like me, I'm so busy during the day that sometimes the Lord actually wakes me up in the middle of the night and helps me to solve these problems. And that's exactly what happened about 3 o'clock in the morning a couple days ago. I woke up and beep, there was the idea of what I could do to fix these curtains. And, again, it's not all about the curtains. It's about pausing. It's about putting some determination, seeing it out, not being a quitter, but finishing what I started, because even if I finished the curtains and they didn't look that great, there's something to be said about finishing. If I had have just taken the curtains off, the thing off of the curtain rod and folded them up and put them in the drawer, 10 years from now that material would still be there, and I'd look at that material and say, well, that's an unfinished project, and I'd never feel good about myself. But even if the curtains didn't turn out the way that I necessarily wanted them to, the fact that I did my best, the fact that I finished what I started, leaves me feeling a sense of accomplishment. And so that's what I want to say to you today is, don't be so quick to just throw in the towel. Put your heels down and decide, what, I'm going to finish this. I started it, and even though it doesn't look like it's going to be as pretty or as perfect as what I wanted it to be, I'm choosing to finish what I started. And so I give you that today is whatever task that you have that's hanging over your head right now, whatever things that are weighing you down, just tackle them. Just, put your boots on and decide to tackle that thing today and ask for God's help. Say, Lord, Heavenly Father, can you help me with this task, it seems to be monumental. And even though curtains are not monumental, okay, that's not what I'm trying to say. But it was something that I needed to do, and it was weighing on me. And now, today, it's done. And so I'm going to hang up real quick, but I'll be right back because I want to show you my curtains. I have to go inside to do that. So I'll be right back. Hey there, I'm back now. So going to take just a minute. I'm going to show you, first of all, introduce you. I think I already dogs. Here is Penny. They are enjoying this lazy day. And here is Harmony. Anyway, so again, my curtains that we were just talking about, they are not perfect by no means, but here they are. So I have the corners that I had to completely take all the material off and put some new batting, new material, and I'm sorry, because of the sun, maybe I can close these blinds. It's a little bright here. I don't know if that'll help, but it's navy blue, and all I had to do, that's funny how I said that, is just recover the cornices, and then these, which are the jabos, whatever. So yeah, they're not perfect, but they are pretty. Let me go over to this other side. And there's the other one. I'm sorry for the brightness there. You can't, it probably would have been better if I took this video, maybe, oh, here we go. Anyway, so they're not perfect, but I'm very pleased with them. I think they will be pretty. So let me turn you around here. So that's my statement to you today. My encouragement, my challenge to you is go look in that closet, find that unfinished project, and decide to get started today. Finish what you start, and you'll be so glad that you did. Have a great day. Take care, and I will see you soon. Take care. God bless.